Wallahi, wallahi, wallahi. If an honest and truthful person swears like this, the way I did right now, he will for sure grab your attention. Because after an oath, after someone swears, usually there is something important to be announced. Now forget about that person. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran, after 11 oaths, He announced something. So you can imagine how important that message is going to be, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants me and you to know. وَالشَّمْسِ وَضُحَاهَا وَالْقَمَرِ إِذَا تَلَاهَا وَالنَّهَارِ إِذَا جَلَّاهَا وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا يَغْشَاهَا وَالسَّمَاءِ وَمَا بَنَاهَا وَالْأَرْضِ وَمَا طَحَاهَا وَنَفْسٍ وَمَا سَوَّاهَا فَأَلْهَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا وَتَقْوَاهَا قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا وَقَدْ خَابَ مَنْ دَسَّاهَا. 11 oaths, brothers and sisters. Allah swore by the sun, the moon, the day, the night, the sky, the earth, and the soul. Now what did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say after all these 11 oaths is of utmost importance? What did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell us? He says, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا. Successful indeed is the one who purifies their soul. وَقَدْ خَابَ مَنْ دَسَّاهَا. And doomed, loser is the one who corrupts it. Now what does purifying the soul mean? Purifying the soul is to clean the heart of vices, sins, and immoral traits, while beautifying it with good manners and deeds. To purify the heart from shirk, from hypocrisy, from arrogance, from malice, from hate, from envy, and beautifying it with generosity, love, care, kindness, favoring others over yourself. This is purifying the heart. Now, how to purify one's soul? The closer we are to Allah, or the closer we are to the source of purity, the higher is the possibility of having a pure soul. The closer we are to Allah, the higher is the possibility of having a pure soul. And how can we get close to Allah? It is by increasing the acts of worship. As we all know the formula, the more acts of worship you do, the closer you are to Allah. And the more sins you do, the further you are from Allah. And one of the main acts of worship that has an immense effect and is directly linked to purifying the soul is the salah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made a strong link between the salah and purifying the soul when He subhanahu wa ta'ala said, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ تَزَكَّى وَذَكَرَ اسْمَ رَبِّهِ فَصَلَّى. Successful indeed are those who purify themselves, remember the name of Allah, and pray. Successful indeed are those who purify themselves. How do we purify ourselves, Ya Allah? By remembering Allah through salah. So the salah is one of the main tools to purify the soul. And Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, asking the Sahaba, what if there is a river running by your door and you bathe in it 5 times daily? Will there be any dirt left on your body? They said, Ya Rasulullah, absolutely not. We would be super clean. He said, Similarly, the 5 daily prayers purify you from sins. Similarly, the 5 daily prayers purifies you from sins. Allahu Akbar. Now, brothers and sisters, lend me your ears and lend me your heart. How much your salah will play a role in purifying you depends on how much effort you exerted to purify the salah. How much the salah transforms your life depends on how much we invested in transforming our salah. How much the salah gives us depends on how much we give the salah. Salah actively and definitely prevents from immorality and major sins. As Allah said, إِنَّ الصَّلَاةَ تَنْهَى عَنِ الْفَحْشَاءِ وَالْمُنْكَرِ. Now some people complain that I pray, but I'm still involved in sins. I'm still involved in riba. I'm still gambling, looking at haram, or any kind of haram I'm involved in. Why is my salah not preventing me from these sins? No, there can be 2 reasons here, brothers and sisters. Either the ayah is a lie, which is not the case for sure, or the salah that I am performing does not qualify to transform me. And this is the only reason, brothers and sisters. There is none more trustworthy and truthful than Allah Azza wa Jal. وَمَنْ أَصْدَقُ مِنَ اللَّهِ قِيلًا وَمَنْ أَصْدَقُ مِنَ اللَّهِ حَدِيثًا. So if Allah said that the salah prevents from immorality and all major sins, but a person still finds themselves involved in any kind of major sin or immorality, that means there is something wrong with their salah. That means there is something wrong with their salah. The relationship between our souls and salah is identical to the relationship of the phone with the charger. If the phone is worth $10,000, but the battery has no charge and it's dead, it's useless. Similarly, no matter how much wealth, knowledge, or degrees we have, but we do not have a connection with our Creator, we have lost dunya and akhirah, brothers and sisters. We all know the story of Umar radiallahu anhu. He was stabbed while he was leading the salah and he fell unconscious. And later, it was Salatul Fajr, and later when the time of Fajr was running out, the Sahaba, they were like, he needs to pray. He did not pray yet. He did not complete his prayer. And they said, how should we wake him up? One of the Sahabi said, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, it's time for Salah. And Umar radiallahu anhu, he woke up. Salah woke him up from unconsciousness. And he said his famous saying, La hadda fil Islami liman taraka as-salah. His Islam is not complete who has abandoned the salah. Brothers and sisters, it is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy that He has blessed us with something called salah. Islam is so beautiful that as Muslims, we do not only believe in physical solutions when we run into problems. Allah has blessed us with spiritual solutions for physical problems that we run into. When we are going through problems in life, one of the best way to feel easy and take away the stress of this worldly life is salah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَاسْتَعِينُوا بِالصَّبْرِ وَالصَّلَاةِ. Allah told us to seek help with patience and salah. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when any difficulty would befall him, he would rush to salah. Many people complain that I pray, but I do not feel anything. And some youth have complained and said, I do not feel anything while I'm praying, and that's why I stopped praying. Now, question for anyone who feels like that. How much effort did you put in order to enjoy your salah? How much effort did you invest to enjoy that salah? Do you understand the meaning of Surah Fatiha? Do you ponder upon the meaning of the best surah in the Quran while you are in salah? Do you know what the Subhana Rabbi al-A'la, Subhana Rabbi al-Azim mean? Did you ever try to find the connection of your physical posture and the dua specified for the physical posture in salah? Did you ever try to feel the connection of it and feel and try to understand what meanings it gives you as a person? How much time did you invest in order to understand the meanings of dua and the surah that you recite in your salah? Now, a lot of us have been reciting these surahs and du'as for years and years, and we do not know their meanings. And I'm a doctor, I'm an engineer, I have this much degrees, I have this much status. I spent years and years in my dunya degree. I've spent thousands and thousands of dollars to gain this and to gain that. But when it comes to $500 for Arabic, $500 for learning Islam, brother, can you have a discount? Brother, I don't have time. And excuses. But when it comes to dunya, I do not have these excuses. It is great to have those degrees, brothers and sisters, and we all should. We should be educated. But why not be educated and learn the thing that is going to benefit me in my akhirah? The first thing we'll be asked about on the day of judgment will be salah. Not if you prayed or not. How was your salah? How was your salah? The first question, brothers and sisters. And the Prophet ﷺ said, if the salah is good, then everything will follow. Siyam, zakah, hajj, everything will follow, everything will be good, insha'Allah. But if salah is not good, brothers and sisters, everything will follow. So if you're finding it very difficult to commit to salah, then realize it's not that salah that you have an issue with. It is your version of the salah. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله وحده والصلاة والسلام على من لا نبي بعده وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبع هديه. Now, some very practical tips that we can apply to improve our salah and eventually purify our soul. We always hear that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam used to say to Bilal, Ya Bilal, arihna biha ya Bilal. O Bilal, make the iqamah so we can feel at ease. And we always hear the stories of the Sahaba we always hear the stories of the salah prayed by the Sahaba. One of the Sahabi was praying, and while he was in ruku', a bird landed on his back because he was so focused, and it took so long that the bird could not differentiate between an object and a human being. Another Sahabi, his leg needed to be cut for some medical reason, and they did not have anesthesia at that time. And he said, cut it while I'm in salah, so I'm distracted from any feelings at that time. I'm so focused in salah that it will help me reduce the pain that I'm going to have from cutting my leg. Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah, he says, طعامنا فيها الخشوع وشرابنا فيها الدموع. In salah, our food is khushu'. Our food is concentration in that salah. And our drink is the tears that are falling. Now, these feelings, did you ever feel that, brothers and sisters? Did we ever feel these kind of feelings while we are in salah? If yes, then great. If not, then why? What should we do in order to improve our salah so we can get and reach that level of the Sahaba and the Salaf that they used to have while they were praying? The first and the most important thing, brothers and sisters, is to know and recognize the importance of the salah in our deen. It is one of the pillars of our religion. If you are sick, fasting will drop. If you are poor, zakat will drop. If you are poor and sick, hajj will drop. But if you are poor, rich, sick, no matter what you are, the salah will never drop. The salah will never drop. So know the importance of salah in our religion, brothers and sisters. The second thing, get rid of all the distractions physically and mentally around you when you're performing your salah. Phone is on, vibrating, ringing, TV is on. So many distractions around while I'm praying. Distractions in my mind, distractions around me. All these distractions, get rid of them before you start your prayer, before you say Allahu Akbar. Live the meaning of Allahu Akbar when you start the prayer. Allah is the greatest. I'm standing in front of someone who is the greatest. Whatever worry I have, He is the owner of that. It is in His hand. So live the meaning of Allahu Akbar when you start your prayer. Third, try to understand the Fatiha, the surah that you recite after your Fatiha in your salah. Not the whole Quran, at least the surah that you're reciting in your salah. Try to understand it. Try to look at the tafsir. Go to someone who can teach you. Right? Take some courses that are going to benefit you, and that is going to increase your iman and make you understand what they mean and what are the connections in one's life with that salah. The fourth, slow down, brothers and sisters. Slow down. When you're saying Subhana Rabbil Azim, how fast are you saying that? Now imagine you're glorifying and praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when you're saying that. Is that how you glorify the Creator? Is that how you praise the one who created you? A person won't even dare to speak to someone or to their boss with something inappropriately and something that he do not understand. How dare we speak like that to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who created us all? The fifth, pray as if Allah is watching you. Keep in mind and think that Allah is watching me and He's either going to accept my prayer or He's going to reject it. And in order for me to be accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, my prayer needs to be accepted. And the sixth thing, and I'll end with this, is pray as if it is your last prayer. This is it. After the salah, I might be taken to the graveyard. This might be my last time saying At-Tahiyyatu Lillahi wa-Salawatu wa-Tayyibat. This might be my last time saying Rabbana wa lakal hamd. How would that salah be, knowing that it is my last salah? And could it be our last salah? Absolutely. Absolutely, it could be our last salah. We do not know. So brothers and sisters, let us exert every effort possible to improve our salah. Because if you want to know your status with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then know the status of the salah in your life. If you want to know your status with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, know the status of the salah in your life. اللهم اجعلنا مقيم الصلاة ومن ذرياتنا اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وإسرافنا في أمرنا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين اللهم وفقنا لما تحبه وترضاه اللهم اشف مرضانا ومرضى المسلمين وارحم موتانا وموتى المسلمين اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين وجعلنا للمتقين إماما ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار اللهم أحسن عاقبتنا في الأمور كلها اللهم أحسن عاقبتنا في الأمور كلها وأجرنا من خزي الدنيا وعذاب الآخرة ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد وأقم الصلاة الله أكبر
الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء أحوى سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى ونيسرك لليسرى فذكر إن نفعت الذكرى سيذكر من يخشى ويتجنبها الأشقى الذي يصلى النار الكبرى ثم لا يموت فيها ولا يحيا قد أفلح من تزكى قد أفلح من تزكى وذكر اسم ربه فصلى بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقى إن هذا لفي الصحف الأولى صحف إبراهيم وموسى. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. هل أتاك حديث الغاشية وجوه يومئذ خاشعة عاملة ناصبة تصلى نارا حامية تسقى من عين آنية ليس لهم طعام إلا من ضريع لا يسمن ولا يغني من جوع وجوه يومئذ ناعمة لسعيها راضية في جنة عالية لا تسمع فيها لاغية فيها عين جارية فيها سرر مرفوعة وأكواب موضوعة ونمارق مصفوفة والزرابي مبثوثة أفلا ينظرون إلى الإبل كيف خلقت وإلى السماء كيف رفعت وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت وإلى الأرض كيف سطحت فذكر إنما أنت مذكر لست عليهم بمسيطر إلا من تولى وكفر فيعذبه الله العذاب الأكبر إن إلينا إيابهم ثم إن علينا حسابهم.